Hello all, Shadwell here, ready to talk about the next film in my collection, This Darkness from 2003. It's the 22nd film in the 50 Decrepit Crypt of Nightmares collection, is directed by Dylan O'Leary, and stars Dylan O'Leary and David Everett. Whoops. Turns out the actual title for this film is This Darkness, the Vampire Virus. Even though the cover, the disc's sleeve, the disc itself, and the menu screen on the disc all claim its title is just This Darkness. I'm not surprised. In my 22 film experience with Pendulum Pictures, the distributor of 50 Decrepit Crypt of Nightmares, I've noticed they have a very couldn't give a shit, almost contemptuous attitude towards the 50 movies in this collection. Holy shit, I actually found a few photos from the film, but just a few, so the review will appear more static than most. Where was I? Oh yeah, Pendulum Pictures giving zero fucks. Throughout the 22 films I've seen so far, there have been dropped frames, screen tearing, pixelization, bad audio, and scenes that either start or stop somewhere in the middle. I shouldn't keep blaming the individual films for this because it keeps happening, and it just seems much more likely that it is the lack of care Pendulum Pictures takes in presenting these 50 films. I could be wrong though, so don't quote me on that. It just seems more likely. But even if they had gotten the title right, that isn't going to save This Darkness, the Vampire Virus from being a shit show. Actually, after a brief opening scene that isn't terrible, the film's main character, Dr. Van Helsing VII, says some smart things about DNA and viruses that actually made me think this film was going somewhere interesting. That was before 2 scenes later it started to get so convoluted that it crawled up its own ass. The runtime is 107 minutes, but I could have saved you 25 of those easily by cutting out the martial arts sequence towards the beginning that brings nothing to the table but a little unnecessary levity, and the live music sections towards the end I would have just cut entirely, and boom, suddenly you're wasting less than an hour and a half on this movie. But it does start out promising, which I guess makes it sting all the more later when it turns out to be a dud. I'll give it a D for starting out strong and having brief, fleeting moments of good mixed with a whole lot of bad. Well, join me tomorrow when we talk about the James Wan non-horror film, Aquaman. See y'all then.